And the interviews just keep coming on the third day that the exhibit hall is open. It is Saturday. I think it's Saturday. I don't know anymore. And I have the distinct pleasure of speaking with Cherise Wilson from Japanime Games. Yep. Well, I have actually never spoken with anybody from your company.
Oh.
So
you chose
howdy.
the best person. Hello, yes.
Their seat was
Yeah,
right
there you go.
The best person. I know I was supposed to talk to some guy named Eric, and I was told, no, you don't want to talk to them.
He's a company. He's nobody. And,
He's like a temp.
Yeah, exactly.
He won't be there long.
He won't even do anything, yeah.
He'll be collecting unemployment soon enough. All right, so Cherise, let's talk about some of the stuff that is available from Japanime Games.
Yeah.
You've got some new releases. You've got some stuff that's going to be of interest to my audience. Yeah. Sorry if you came here for like the little kids games. I can't help you out. So what do you want to start off with?
So we had talked earlier about the Robotech Attack on the SDF-1 game. Okay. It is probably our biggest game that we've ever released. It is definitely one of our heaviest games, gameplay-wise, that we've ever released. It's a co-op game where you are all playing as members of the crew on the SDF-1 in the show.
I'm Captain Global, baby. That's me.
And it's essentially kind of like a tower defense game.
Okay.
So you've got your ship, and all the Zendrati are coming, and they're going to attack your ship. So the crew's running around the ship to these different departments, and they're trying to use the different abilities in each department to fight off the Zendrati.
Sure.
So sending out mechs to fight them. Some of the pilots get on board and go and fight them also.
Send out the Veritex.
Mm-hmm, yeah, exactly.
I know my Robotech.
Yeah, you do. And there is a mechanic that's kind of cool. So the ship actually rotates on the board. It's on a circular disc. And so the ship rotates to aim its cannons and things. And then if you accrue enough resources, you can actually transform it into the mech version.
Right.
And so we have this crazy cardboard cutout that you put together of the mech, and you put it on top, and then you also rotate that one to aim the cannons.
Right.
So it's pretty fun.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah.
So I have to ask, because there is a glut of Robotech games out there. Yeah. There are more coming out as well.
Yeah.
Most people know the whole story with Harmony Gold, blah, blah, blah. So what's going to make this stand out from all these other Robotech games?
Well, the cool thing about this game is that you actually get to play through scenarios that will take you through like seasons of the show.
Okay.
So you sort of get to play as the characters as they go through the story.
Can I fire like Min-Mei out into space?
Yeah, you probably could. You can definitely take her down.
Everybody I know is always like, here's Min-Mei singing. Let's fast forward that.
She can do that also. She actually can become a good guy in the game.
Right.
Or you could just like, bleh,
Yeah.
end it.
Sweet. And how many players is that for?
That one is 2 to 5 players, although I do believe there's a solo mode that you can play in as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Now, there's another game, which I was very, very surprised to see here, and it's Barbarossa.
Yep.
It's a World War II like card game is my guess?
Yeah, so it's a deck building card game, and in the game, so the original version's actually got all these anime illustrations of the cards, but we did release a historical edition that has actual pictures from the Barbarossa and then in the expansion, the El Alamein campaigns in World War II.
Yeah, right.
So the original edition was that you're playing as the Nazis and you're trying to invade a fictional version of Moscow, and all of the Nazis are these cute anime girls.
Yeah.
Yep. Japanime Games.
It's bad enough trying to, sell the idea of you play the Nazis when you're not playing a 2-player game, and then little Nazi girls.
Right, exactly. So we have Lil Führer is one of the characters in the game, right?
Okay.
But we do have a historical edition, so that removes that element if that's not your jam. I have heard a lot of wargamers say that they actually really love the game because it's very accurate to what happened during those campaigns.
Except for the Nazi girls.
Right. So if you're
Lil Hitler.
If you're playing
Lil Führer.
If you're playing the historical edition, you'll be okay. It'll be very accurate, right?
Nice.
But if you like the anime aspect of it, and you're a history buff, the illustrated version is going to be up your alley.
That's what kind of threw me off when I saw Barbarossa and I see these tanks and I'm like, wait a second, Japanime Games, right? I thought this was like anime stuff.
Yeah.
Moving right along, what else would you like to talk about?
So another game that your viewers might like is we have Heart of Crown and Kamigami Battles. They're both deck builders. Heart of Crown is
That's easy to say.
Right, is a deck building card game where rather than trying to get the most victory points, it's a race. You're trying to get to 20 victory points the fastest.
Right.
And in that game, there's 2 phases to the game. The one where you're building your deck engine to try to get more lands.
Right.
Once you have enough lands, you can back a princess, and you acquire her, and she gives you special abilities. And then after you've acquired your princess, you start to get senators and dukes and put them into your kingdom in order to get victory points. So they're supporting her. They're giving her their support.
Right.
And
sure.
once you get to 20, you can say, I'm declaring a coronation for my princess to put her on the throne.
Right.
If nobody can stop you before the next round, then you win the game.
Ha
Yeah. There's 10 different princesses that you can play with between all the expansions.
Sure.
We just released a new base game, and that's called Fairy Garden. And it's much more aggressive than the first set.
Nice.
Yeah, the first set has defense cards, which are really cool for player interaction. But the new set is much more fast-paced because there's no defense cards. So
it's all take that.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And I really like playing that set. It's my preferred set.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because you look like one of those people who likes that take that kind of aspect of games.
So my favorite, we'll come back to Kamigami Battles. My favorite game that we sell is called Dynamite Nurse. It is also a deck building card game. The artwork is also a little bit more on the risque side, but that doesn't really bother me.
I was going to say, I'm a man here. I can handle that. I can handle that.
Right. And in that game, you are playing as a nurse who's running a hospital. So you would be a nurse running a hospital. I'm a nurse running a hospital. And you are treating patients who are warriors that have been dungeon delving and they've been injured by like a mimic or a basilisk.
Sure, right.
So you're going to heal them. Well, I want my hospital to have a better reputation than your hospital.
Sure.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you all the patients that are difficult to treat.
Right.
And if those patients happen to die, well, that's too bad for you.
It'll overwhelm my staff.
Yeah. So essentially the game is really aggressive and mean.
Cool.
There's a lot of player interaction
Sure.
because you're just trying to kill each other's patients all the time.
Right.
And you'll get some games where like 5 patients die all in a row. So like everybody just gets negative victory points.
Right.
Whoever has the most negative victory points, they're the Dynamite Nurse.
Aha.
So it's like a weird Japanese thing where normally in America, Dynamite's like you're the best.
Yeah, right.
In this game, it's not. It means you're the worst.
Dynamite means you blew it up and ruined everything.
Yes, exactly. That one's my favorite deck builder that we sell because of the player interaction, and it's just so mean. It's like a fun, like
mean game.
Yeah. It's great. I always. That's the one.
My audience is not a lot of kumbaya gamers, so they like a lot of interaction.
Like yes, that one would be ideal for them then.
Fantastic.
And then the other deck builder I said I would come back to is Kamigami Battles.
Gesundheit.
Yes, thank you. And that one's a deck building card game that is very much a take that, where each plane is a god of ancient mythology, and we're vying for dominion over the realm. So we're going to use disciples that give us resources to recruit more powerful warriors so that we can either attack each other and reduce each other's energy to 0,
right,
or accrue enough energy that we're so powerful nobody can defeat us, which is 25. That's the number in the game.
Cool.
There's a team play, so we could be on a team together fighting 2 other people, or we can
2v2.
Yeah, or you can do battle royale, so it's just free for all.
Every person for themselves.
Yes, exactly. They're between the 2 base games and the 4 expansions we have planned and the promo cards. There's 60 gods that you can play as right now.
Okay.
And I don't know, it's like 50 warriors at least, something like that.
Jeez,
yeah,
wow.
It's a lot of content.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So we have a pantheon for Greek, Norse, Egyptian, Babylonian, Japanese, Chinese, Indian, and Celtic.
No Sumerian? I have no interest in this game now.
The Babylonian does cover the Sumerian. Yeah. I know people ask us all the they're like, excuse me, what is...
It's because it's one of the only ancient civilizations that people it comes to mind. It's like, I don't see anything about that. They don't know anything about them.
Right.
They just go, what about the Sumerians?
You've been reading a little bit too much of the ancient alien stuff.
No, maybe they have. I haven't. Any other titles that you want to kind of cover?
Man, I feel like I could talk about this stuff all day, and probably...
My battery's only got so much time.
Right, yeah. Okay. So if you guys like territory control games like Deus Ex, we do have a game called Matic Heroes, which is a engine building territory control game. It's by the same designer who did Terrifying Girl Disorder, which is a really quick card game that we have.
Okay.
It's pretty fun. You collect all these different Alice characters, and then you use them to get resources, and then you take over different territories. It's got these cool, here, I have a copy right here. There you go. It's got all these cool, like, flower tiles and stuff.
Yeah, right.
It's the artwork's very similar to Unicornus Knights if people are into that game.
Oh, yeah.
Same designer also, yeah.
Any final words or thoughts you'd like to share with the audience?
No, I hope that you guys found something that was interesting for you today. If you want to learn more, you can come to our website, JapanimeGames.com.
See, that's my give right there.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that little plug.
Yes, because you want to throw that website out there because people aren't going to see this while the show's going on.
Yeah. Exactly.
And sometimes I have people go, "Oh, peace and love to everyone."
No.
Oh, yeah, it's great.
If you come and see me, I'm definitely taking out all your patients. That's what I know. Peace and love here.
Yeah, Dynamite Nurse. Thank you so much for taking some time to talk with me about all things Japanime Games.
Thank you for coming and indulging me.
Enjoy the show.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching my Origins Game Fair 2019 coverage. If you'd like to see more convention coverage, click right here. And if you'd like to see a somewhat random video from the Gaming Gang channel, including recordings of the live Monday through Friday episodes of The Daily Dope, click right here. Once again, I'm Jeff McAleer. Thank you very much for watching, and please subscribe.